So a hypothesis test, basically, they have their claim, the null. We have to assume it's true. But then we get our evidence, we get a test statistic, and then we decide whether they're right or wrong. Can we reject them or fail to reject them? So the wording of the conclusions can be a little bit confusing, but it's a matter of if they are right or wrong. So either we reject the null or we fail to reject the null, because that's them. Either we reject them, which means they're wrong and we're right. So we can say, hey, we were right with that one. So false and true is all I'm putting there. Or we can't reject them, which means we didn't have enough conclusion to prove them wrong, which makes them right, which makes us wrong. So a lot of double negatives happening. But let's practice stating some conclusions. All right, so we're going to say that we have this hypothesis test. We have the results. We're just going to state the conclusion. So the cereal box that were labeled 20 ounces, the inspector thinks, hey, wait, we think it might be less than this. So the null is that the mean per cereal box is 20. The inspector claims that we think it's less than 20. If he has enough evidence to reject them, that means, hey, we proved them wrong, which makes us correct. If we reject the null, we do have enough evidence to support our claim All right, now my handwriting's horrible, but when we reject the null, we do have enough evidence to support our claim that the mean was less than 20 ounces. So they're wrong, we're right. All right, now say we had that same problem, that cereal box is containing 20 ounces, that the null is that it equals 20, but the inspector says, hey, we think it's less than 20. The results say that we do not reject the null. That means we do not have enough evidence to prove them wrong. That's the notation for null. So if we do not reject the null, we do not have enough evidence to support our claim. So we couldn't prove them wrong, so we are wrong. They're right, we're wrong. So lastly, in 9.1, are the two different types of errors. These are really confusing. Always have your chart out. Basically, you could get a result and you could have been right or wrong. So if you did a test and you said that, hey, we think they're wrong. We tested them as to be wrong, but in real life they were correct. The null was correct. That's a type 1 error. Or if we failed to reject them, that means we say they're right, but in real life they're wrong. That's a type 2 error on our part.